Hello, my name is Argentina Moreno. I am a field sales consultant for Henry Schein Dental in Phoenix, Arizona. Let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I work with hundreds of dentists all over the valley. I've been in the business for about 9 years. My specialty is to come in and help you diagnose where your practice is at, take a very black and white snapshot, and then figure out what some of your goals, some of your dreams, what your 3 to 5 year game plan is, and how do we get you there. What I do and what I specialize in, and really my passion for what I do every day, is to really help you understand the business end of dentistry. One thing that hasn't changed is that dentists love the clinical side, but with the changing times, it's important to also understand how to manage, run, and efficiently formulate a game plan to bring your business up and to help you provide the highest standard of care for your patients. One of the greatest advantages that I can bring to your practice is the knowledge that I gain in the field. I work with hundreds of dentists all over the valley, from Payson down to Casa Grande, out to Lake Pleasant. And what I experience is that every practice has its own unique set of struggles. So it's incredibly important that we sit down, we diagnose, we figure out a clear strategic game plan to get you to your professional goals. The industry is changing. That's very obvious. Times are different. Fee-for-service is out of the door. And the reality is that PPO plans and DSOs are here, they're present, and they're growing at a very rapid rate in Arizona. One of the biggest challenges that most of my doctors face is how do they navigate through those times and how do they separate themselves from PPO plans? What I'm noticing out there in the field is that doctors are investing their money in marketing, they're investing their money in putting strategic game plans to grow their practice. Doctor, your job is to focus on the clinical side of dentistry and to focus on providing your patients with the highest quality of dental care. My job and my role in your practice as being part of your team would be to help you implement systems, set structures, and bring my equipment team as a core building block for your future needs. I work with everybody. So I work with the front if we are focusing on insurance plans, coding. I can work with the assistants in the back. We manage inventories. We set those systems in place to control waste and to grow profits. I obviously work with you and I set systems in place with you to make sure that we're achieving those goals that together we plan. Cost is something that always comes into the equation. At the end of the day, you're having to buy supplies from one manufacturer or from a certain distributor. You have to ask yourself, if you have to buy supplies and if you have to invest in capital equipment for your practice, wouldn't you rather do it with a team that's by your side, that's helping you grow and that's helping you put systems in place to make sure that you are overall successful? By partnering with me and my team, you're not only getting supplies, we're helping you build your brand, we're helping you build your practice. We're becoming part of your team and part of your network, which I think is something that's missing in the field. The number one concern facing doctors today is insurance plans and lack of new patients. The reality is that the insurance companies are dictating your UCRs at a 60 to 70% reimbursement rate without taking any consideration what your cost is to provide these services for your patients, leaving you feeling like you need to acquire new patients in on a monthly basis in order to stay afloat. The reality is, once we come in, we really diagnose your practice with a practice analysis, and we really help you figure out what your retention rate is. We also help you identify areas in your practice where we can grow production in your hygiene department or your soft tissue management program. What this does is it helps build the foundation to your practice for a more solid business, not necessarily just bringing in new patients if we're not retaining on the back end of the month. DSOs incorporate an increasing number of products and procedures at convenient hours for your patients. That's something that your general practitioner just isn't doing. So changing some of the mentality of how we run our business is key in order to survive in this economy. My question to you is this, doctor. How are you competing with this new business model and with the changes in the field? Have any of these changes affected your practice personally? Some of your personal goals? Are you constantly losing patients every month? Do you know your retention rate in the practice? If you would like help with any or all of these situations, I would be more than happy to spend time with you. It's time for us to connect and to move forward together as a team with confidence, ready to succeed.